Hello, everybody. So this video is entitled SpaceX Cash Tied Up for Just One Share. How much cash did folks tie up for sometimes up to 7-8 days? How much cash did they tie up to get just one share or zero shares if you're at Fidelity, apparently? So, of course, spending the morning on X reading a bunch of stuff, looks like SpaceX is about to open at 175 a share. The stock was being sold at an IPO price of 135, so you have a nice pop here for the initiated, for the people who are connected to TradFi, to the old world, to the banks. I will refer you to the post of Stephen Mark Ryan. You may know he has like the big Tesla channel. Anyways, reading the post is very, very interesting. Everybody's complaining in his post here. Question is, fool me once, right? The reason why I was not excited at all about the SpaceX IPO is because I've already made that mistake one time wanting to get into the Figma IPO and I got one share. Just one. Turns out it was a very good thing because Figma now, it's clear that with AI nobody cares. But and now I'm generally not interested in IPOs. The point is, a lot of people were very excited about SpaceX IPO. They put a lot of cash in. They tied up the cash for this entire trading week where we had a lot of deals. We had a lot of deals in the market. They tied up the cash during all of these fire sales on stocks. All of this to get either one share or zero share. So, fool me once. That's why I didn't do it again. But for people who get one share of SpaceX, I think they should know that when there is an Anthropic IPO, for example, which is the next big IPO coming up. What are my thoughts? My thoughts are only the connected get access. That's like a free 30% gain. And keep in mind that depending on your broker, oftentimes you have a period where you can't sell it either, where you have to be long term. You have to keep it long term. Depends on your broker, depends on regulation, and it's oftentimes 30 days, right? So anyways, there's no guarantee that gain is going to hold. But of course, some of the more connected buyers can just buy it for 135, sell it for 175 on the day of the IPO, and they make a free 30%. This is highly inefficient. I think this is very problematic for fundraising. All of these stocks who do IPOs, they could have made much more money by actually listing at the right price. And there's a problem, of course, with the brokers. Anyways, I'm not too interested in that topic. I think too many investors have been burned with IPOs, and I think it's a good thing to wait for a year to see how a stock trades. I expect this stock to drop at one point, given the high valuation. How many times sales are we at? I mean, isn't it like 60 or 50 times sales, something ridiculous? So I think it will drop at one point, given the high valuation. I think over the long term, SpaceX is a leader over the long term, over the very long term. But over the short term, to me, there will be opportunities to buy SpaceX. I'm thinking about two key points. One, Elon FUD. Let's face it, Elon Musk FUD will keep going on for years. So that's one, or how do you call it? How do we call it? EDS, Elon derangement syndrome. That will continue going on for years, and some FUD catches on, and when it catches on, it's going to hurt Tesla and it's going to hurt SpaceX. For SpaceX, we have a more idiosyncratic catalyst for a stock dropping. It's the rockets blowing up, and my guess is that whenever we have a rocket blowing up, you're gonna get minus 10% on SpaceX. Another thought: it's a bad look for Robinhood. I mean, because Robinhood is the one that like gave you one share. So anyways, it's an issue. What about the markets? What's my view on the markets? This is very bullish for the markets. Once we're past the volatility on SpaceX, you have a lot of cash that was tied up to buy SpaceX. Some people tied up presumably hundreds of thousands of dollars to get just one share. That cash is going to flow back into stocks and perhaps Tesla, right? Because presumably some people sold Tesla to buy SpaceX. When they get one share of SpaceX, what do you do with the cash? Well, maybe you buy Tesla, or you buy options of Tesla, or you buy some sort of I don't know. Hopefully, maybe a little Bitcoin. Bitcoin's cheap right now. Tesla is cheap too, but Bitcoin's cheaper. So, anyways, the cash returns to the market. That's my big take here. The cash is going to return to the market. The opportunity cost of tying this cash up for the prior 5 trading days, especially Friday of last week and Wednesday, right? Wednesday was a really, really low day when stock market crashed, especially those days. That opportunity cost for just one share is insane, and people have to be upset. I mean, I would be upset if I had the map. Again, once fool me once. The market is ready to rally as soon as we get the Middle East situation sorted out. And as of, is it an hour ago? Is it 50 minutes ago now? As of 50 minutes ago now, it seems what's going on with the deal, we don't know. But POTUS is at it again, saying that the Iranians don't agree to the deal or there's a problem with the deal. And of course, that doesn't interest me, so I'm not reading that stuff. But there's a problem with the deal. So this is one of these things that unless you actually sign it, we're not going to rally. We need this to be signed, and it seems like there is a problem with the deal, and it's highly problematic. We don't know what's going on. The first casualty of conflict, like in the Middle East, is the truth, and we don't know what's going on. But I will point out that it's so crazy that a tweet can have such an effect. We say talk is cheap. I'm not so sure talk is that cheap, because tweets still have an effect, despite saying how many dozens of times did they say a deal was going to happen? How many dozens of times has that happened? And the tweets still have an effect. So cheap talk actually moves the market still, which is insane to me. Anyways, we need this situation resolved. SpaceX is now behind us. Love it very much. This was not investment advice. This is not financial advice. This is only entertainment. I'm hoping you were entertained. Please like, please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me on X. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.